FSTIVAL Radio with a very special guest, Mr. Frank Turner.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I don't often get applauded at the start of interviews.
Oh, I hope to tonight as well. I hope you get
applauded. Yeah. Well, I mean, during a show, but just start with interviews. That's nice.
So, what brings you here today?
My tour bus.
Your tour bus?
Yes.
Your driver?
Yeah, right. No, well, actually, we've had a bit of a mammoth journey. We were 2 days ago, we played in Milan. And then we drove to Cornwall from Milan, which scientists tell me is an extremely long way.
It is.
It took us more than 24 hours.
Wow.
So I'm quite used to being on a bus at the moment.
You seem very relaxed. Are you all fresh and ready to go?
I'd slept most of the last 24 hours, yeah.
So lucky.
TV. Yeah. But no, I'm excited. It's good to be in Cornwall.
Good. Now, what time are you on today?
I'm on the main stage at 6:30 sharp.
And what can the crowd expect?
Me and my band playing songs. I don't know, I liked, if I can say this without being overly self-involved, we sort of pride ourselves on our live show. I think we do what we do reasonably well. And it's a participation event. Everybody's, it's not a passive spectator event. So people will be being whipped into shape.
Do as you're told.
Exactly.
I love, what is this your last festival this year, or are you?
No, I've got a few more. I'm trying to think. We're in Switzerland tomorrow, and then in Winchester the next day because my booking agent hates me. And then there's a few more over the rest of August, and then I go to the States for a US tour for 6 weeks. So
when do you? Obviously, you sleep on the bus, but when do you get to rest?
I rested last night. This is my job. I love it. It's the best job in the world, but it's what I do.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for coming to see us. Is this the first time playing at Boardmasters?
No, I played here once before in 2000 and I can't remember what year it was. It was ages ago, and I played solo, and I had a lovely time. But it's nice to be back.
Good. Cool. What is your favourite music festival? As a performer and as a punter?
It's a loaded question. As long as I'm allowed to exclude Boardmasters from my choice in order to not irritate our sponsors.
We'll assume then.
2000 Trees Festival's one of my favourites, and Beautiful Days as well, which I'm actually headlining next week for the second time. So I'm deeply bound to say that. I'm very attached to Reading Festival. I hold the record 10 years in a row. I'm not playing this year, unfortunately, because last year was my 10th year in a row, and everybody, myself included, went, let's have a break. But I used to go to Reading when I was a kid, so it's got a special place in my heart.
Fantastic. Now, we were talking off air about a new album.
Yeah, I spent the month of May in Texas recording a new album. I came home and immediately wrote more songs, so I'm going back to record more songs, and then we're going to mix it and it'll be out early next year. It's radically different from anything I've ever done before, to the extent that I'm a little nervous about what people are going to think about it. My furrow in life, if you like, has been something in the world of sort of folk music, indie and punk rock. This time around I've been toying more with sort of The Prodigy and Sam Cooke.
Excellent, that's my neck of the woods.
So yeah, it's very, there's a lot of brass, there's a lot of drum machines, and I think that some people might be a little bamboozled when they first hear it, but hopefully people like it.
I'm looking forward to it. And when do you expect it? I know it's approximate at the moment, but when it's coming out?
Beginning of next year, but I mean, from long and bitter experience of these things, I'm not putting any money on it until it's actually in my hands.
Now, festival-wise, obviously it's very festival-heavy based questions here, but what's your favourite festival moment?
My favourite festival moment is probably in 2010 I played 2011 I think it was. I played on the main stage at Reading, and then afterwards I was just hanging out and I got asked if I wanted to play guitar for NoFX. I grew up listening to NoFX, and I got taken over to. That was the first time I met them. They have since become very good friends of mine. But I got introduced to them, and they asked me if I could play the 4 chords at the end of the Decline, and they showed me the chords, and I very quietly sort of went, "I can play all your songs." But yeah, so I played guitar for one song for NoFX, and it was a really magic moment for me.
That sounds amazing. Okay, one last question, and these make me laugh. Favourite festival food and drink?
Favourite festival food and drink? Anything that's not going to give me salmonella. I mean, I don't know. Like, you start a day with a bacon butty. That'll set you up. And Any beer that's cold and isn't Carling is fine.
Well, Corona's over there, just so you know.
Okay, we also have well, actually, I was going to say that we had a bus full of beer, but we don't, because my crew spent the 24 hours between Milan and here drinking themselves into the ground.
Dear
and
me.
Last night, when we were sort of most of the way through our extremely long drive, I went to the fridge to try and get a beer, and everything, including the insane Polish homemade corn spirit that we've been given, had gone. So my crew are all feeling a bit sheepish today as a result, but I'll look for the Corona later.
Well, you're more than welcome to have one of ours.
I generally don't drink before I play, so it's very kind, but
Very
maybe
pro.
I'll come and raid you after we're done.
You're more than welcome to. Thank you very much. So just remind everyone who's listening what time you're on.
6:30 on the main stage. The other thing we just haven't mentioned briefly, I have been learning a song in Cornish today. The Cornish language lot who are here have been educating me about the Cornish language, both sort of conceptually and in terms of actual vocabulary. Dith da.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
That was some Cornish there. That means
Da.
hello. Dith da.
Dith da.
Dith da.
Okay.
Right. You can say that on your radio.
I have just done.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Dith da.
Dith da. But yeah. So that's going to be challenging.
So a whole song in Cornish.
Whole song of mine translated into Cornish.
Wow, that's like Eddie Izzard style going round.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's a song I've now. This will be my 25th language I've sung this particular song in.
Wow.
It's quite a short song. It's only got 8 lines, but it's a little way of me nodding to the audience and acknowledging that I'm aware that I'm not in London or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
That's really cool.
So I did it in Polish a couple of days ago, and Croatian, and German, and Italian in the last week.
Clever guy.
And today, Cornish. I mean, you say clever. I'll read it out off a sheet of paper. Do you know what I mean?
No, we need to take that away. You need to go memorise it.
Oh, you see, that's more challenging.
Well, Frank, thank you so much for popping in,
pleasure.
and really appreciate it, and have fun tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Frank.